Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to share with you the actual pricing for $10,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 63-year-old female. Now, first thing I suggest is just go directly to our website at funeralfunds.com, and we've got these free quoters on just about every page. And if you just select the state that you live in, we are licensed in all 50 states, by the way, and the coverage amount, put your birthday in there, the rest of the info, click Get Quotes Now. It'll take you to a page that's going to show you all the best insurance companies with all the lowest pricing. And that'll help you avoid two things. It'll help you avoid those plans that you see advertised on TV and in junk mail and, magazines and stuff. They have those really low teaser rates where they get you to call in and then they try to upsell you to more profitable coverage for them. It'll also help you avoid those plans that have 2-year waiting periods that can be more than 200% more expensive than first day coverage. Now, first thing a 63-year-old female can do is just also call our toll-free number, 888-862-9456, and we can get you pricing and help there too. But yeah, really, a 63-year-old female probably should start by thinking, is $10,000 going to be enough for her final expense needs? And typically that's going to be either a cremation or a burial. Now, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is right between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you are going to have some sort of a ceremony, like a remembrance of life ceremony or celebration of life ceremony, in addition to the cremation, that's probably going to be in the neighborhood of $3,500 to $4,500. So coverage-wise, for that cremation where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, we would typically recommend and help people with around $5,000 to $7,000. Now, you might be asking, well, Randy, you talked about $2,000 for the cremation, but $5,000 for the policy. What's the deal? And we would say, well, you're 63 years old. You probably want to make it to 73 or 83 probably. And we know that pricing is going to go up over time on cremations. So we just build in a little bit extra coverage just to take care of that, to make sure that you lock in your lowest rate and your policy will take care of everything until the very end. Now, if you die sooner than that, then there's also a little bit extra money kind of on the upfront side to take care of any other final expenses, like maybe medical bills, or kind of just pay off some stuff that if you'd lived long enough, you would have already had that paid off. So it really helps inflation-proof the plan, in the long run, but in the short term, provide some extra funds. Now, for that cremation where you're going to have the service, we would typically recommend right around $7,000 to $10,000. And again, we're inflation-proofing the plan, but you've got a little bit extra coverage on the front side, just God forbid you died sooner than you thought. Now, for burial, the average cost of a burial right now is right around $10,000. So if you walk into pretty much any funeral home in the United States with a $10,000 check, chances are they'll get things done for you. It's hard to imagine that they would say no, let you walk out the door and just take that $10,000 down to one of their competitors a couple blocks down the road. But yeah, so just understand, even at $10,000, your plan is not inflation proof. That's kind of what it costs today at $10,000. So most people would typically look at getting between $10,000 to $15,000 and sometimes even up to $20,000. Just if you've got a history of longevity in your family, people living to really old ages. But also consider, if things are tight, just get the $10,000 right now. We can always help you add more coverage later, $5,000, $10,000, whatever it is. But that takes care of your most immediate need. Now, one thing we don't recommend is really just getting more coverage than you need. Sometimes folks will say, hey, I want to get like $30,000 and leave money behind for my kids. Well, we really recommend keeping this insurance about your final expenses. And the reason is most of the people we work with here are on a fixed or limited income, and we don't want to get a really high premium that you might have to cancel later. So sometimes people will say, well, if I can't get everything, I won't do anything. And boy, it's tough to hear, because now they're just saying, if I can't get everything I want just because I waited too long and it got too expensive, I'm not going to do anything, and therefore my kids are going to have to pay for my burial. And they're probably going to have to put it on their credit cards at 26% interest rate. So, but what a terrible outlook. Don't be selfish like that. Just if you just keep this about the final expense insurance, then it makes things simpler. And if you want, you can get one of these policies just for your final expenses, and then you can get a separate policy just to give money to the kids. And that way, if you ever decided you wanted to change one of them, you could easily do that. So there's ways to work around it. Also, too, if you've got the financial means and you want to get a whole bunch more insurance, go for it at that point if you've got the financial means. It's just we're very conservative because most of the people we help are on a fixed or limited income. Now, one thing we always recommend is getting first day coverage or benefits. And we do not recommend those 2-year waiting period plans at all. And we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, what first day coverage means is hypothetically, if your policy went into force today, approved and went in force today, and you died tomorrow, the insurance company would pay the full death benefit, whether it's $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, whatever it is. That's the coverage you want. It's going to get you the most amount of coverage for the least amount of money. Now, some people would say, well, Randy, I like the first day coverage, but I'm not in very good health, so I'm not even sure I would qualify, to which we would say, hey, that's our problem. That's not your problem. And the reason we say that is just strictly from an insurance standpoint. And that's why we work with so many different insurance companies, because they all ask different health questions and they all have different underwriting requirements. And really right now, we're getting about 90 to 95% of the people we help, we're getting them first day coverage or benefits. So we're really great at what we do. Really the only reason we wouldn't be able to get that is if you had some really significant health issues, like maybe you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or, you had dementia, or you were on dialysis or in a hospital or in a nursing home or something like that. So if that were the case, we'd probably recommend and refer you to a different insurance company. The other thing that seems to happen, it seems like once a week, is somebody will call up and say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week. They didn't have insurance. We don't have any money. The body's down at the funeral home, and the funeral home director's not going to do anything till he gets a check in his hand. So we need to get this insurance really quick so we can get the money from the insurance company to pay the funeral director. And we have to let people know, there's no insurance company in the United States that's going to offer a policy to anyone who's already dead. Yeah, you got to actually be alive to qualify for this insurance. And it's really sad that, this person who passed away, they knew they were going to die. It's no surprise. They were probably looking at this insurance at some point, and they didn't do it. They thought they had time, and then they just ran out of time. And, now the family's got to deal with this. And, it's sad because most of the time families are going to have to put this on a credit card and pay 26% interest and take years and years to pay off. So don't be that person. Don't leave that legacy behind. I mean, you've probably done pretty good your entire life. Don't get to this point where people have talked good about you your whole life, and then this last part, they say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did this to us, and now we're going to have to pay for years to try to get this thing paid off. So don't do that to your loved ones. This insurance is affordable. We can help you out. You can always start out small and add more coverage later. So one thing we don't recommend is the 2-year waiting period plans. And Colonial Penn out there, you may not know this, but their $9.95 plan is a 2-year waiting period plan. Ouch. Yes, ouch. You probably didn't know that, did you? Yeah. And they're not the only company. There's other companies out there. Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha line, and AIG and Gerber. Boy, there's a host of other different companies out there too. And, a lot of these companies have done a really great job of convincing the American public that if you're over age 50, the only thing you're going to qualify for is a plan with a 2-year waiting period, to which we always say, don't believe such nonsense, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. Now, our 63-year-old female is probably watching that $9.95 commercial and thinking, oh my gosh, that's the best deal in the world. I'm 63. I'm going to get a lot of insurance. I'll probably get like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000. And, then she calls up a Colonial Penn agent or looks online on their website like we've done here. And you can see that 1 unit of coverage, $9.95, is only going to buy $1,350 worth of coverage. Now, that is probably not enough to cover a cremation in many parts of the country. So, but I guess it doesn't really even matter because it's got a 2-year waiting period on top of that. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's not going to pay any death benefit if you die in the first 2 years if it's not from a health or medical related reason. So, you're starting out just so far behind with one of these policies. Why would you do that? Now, a lot of people would say that, some of these companies offer these teaser rates, just to get your attention, not to actually sell you the teaser rate. They don't want to sell you $1,370 for $995. But they'll get you on the phone and you'll see how little coverage that is. And then some people would say they start upselling you to more expensive policies that are more profitable to them. Now, we would never say that about Colonial Penn, and I guess some people may, but I guess you probably would just do better determining that on your own, just determining if $13,700 is going to cover your $10,000 funeral for $9.95. We'll leave that one with you. But let's take a look, because we want to find $10,000. We gotta play around with numbers here. Well, there's 7 units is 9,590. 8 units. That's probably as close as, well, yeah, it's really tough. Yeah. I mean, it's 10,900, but if we go 7 units, it's 9,590. So we want at least 10,000. So they're going to force us to go to 8 units. Yikes. So that's roughly $80. So let's take a look and let's see what $10,000 worth of insurance is. We'll go 10,000 here because that's what we want. We can't help it if Colonial Penn won't sell us $10,000 on the nose. 10,000 female, age 63. So let's get click get quotes. And again, this is a little more than 10,000, but it's $80. Let's see first day coverage here. Look at this. We got 3 companies that are $37. So $37 versus $80 essentially. So, I'm guessing, because this is $10,960, I'm guessing, overpaying really dollar for dollar, right around $40 a month more. So, and like these companies here, now we would definitely have opinions on these 3 companies, what would be best. They're within 20 cents of each other, but there's definitely one that we would definitely recommend because, like Trinity Life here, we can get same day approvals with them. Some other companies out there, they, it can take like a week or a month to get approved, just depending on what's going on with the company. And we feel that getting first day coverage, which level is first day coverage, and getting approved the same day is such a huge benefit that a lot of times we would say, hey, it's worth the 20 cents to be able to do that and have really superior customer service as time goes on. Really important to do. But yeah, think about this. If this is $40 more a month, they're going to make you overpay that every single month for the rest of your life. So $40 a month times 12 months would be $480. And then if you lived another 10 years, our females age 63 made it to age 73, that would be, you would overpay roughly $4,800 more on a $10,000 policy. Why would you ever do that? Why would you not keep $4,800 in your own pocket rather than give this away to insurance companies? So, and also you're going to they're going to sock you with the 2-year waiting period. So we just don't recommend that. Be a smart consumer. If you're not a smart consumer, if you don't know which one of these 3 to pick, then we can help you be a smart consumer and help you end up with the best policy. But let's take a look. You'll be able to see all these different insurance companies. And let's see. Let's look at one more, like Lincoln Heritage. They're fine company, I guess. But look at those rates. Yikes. Yikers. Kind of high, right? It is level coverage, though, first day. But yeah, it's $53. It's more money. Now, Lincoln Heritage has a deal where, if when you pass away, they will supposedly contact 2 or 3 different funeral homes to get the best pricing and maybe do a couple other things, but they don't do that for free. No, they charge more for that. It's like almost $54 compared to 37. So that's like $17 more a month, and $17 a month times 12 months is right around $204. So if our 63-year-old female lived another 10 years and made it up age 73, she will have overpaid right around $2,040 or something like that. Yeah, right around $2,000. So you got to ask yourself, is that worth paying an insurance company an extra $2,000 to have them call 2 or 3 funeral homes and maybe do a couple other things that maybe takes only an hour or so? A lot of people would say, that's a pretty good payday for an insurance company, and we would tend to agree. We would actually recommend that, you keep this money in your own pocket. So what we would typically recommend is just say, go with the lower price insurance company. And then what we provide free of charge at Funeral Funds of America is a free funeral and estate planning guide. You can download that off our website, print it out, and then just complete it. And inside that funeral and estate planning guide, you just write down who gets what goes where, and what you want done after you're gone. And then once you're done with that, you just keep it with your insurance policy. And now when you pass away, everything's in one place, and your family will know exactly what to do. Yeah, all they'll need to do is follow your instructions. And, what a wonderful gift to leave behind, because you've not only protected them financially with the insurance, but emotionally with the funeral and estate planning guide. And what a wonderful legacy to leave behind. They would know not only that you love them in life, but you actually love them in death too, in a time when you knew you wouldn't be here, but you knew they would still need your help. What a wonderful legacy to leave behind. So go to our website at funeralfunds.com. We've got a special quoter, actually, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. That's for our YouTube visitors. And you can get the best rates and the lowest, the best rates and discounts, and, just get the lowest pricing. Yeah. So you can also call us at 888-862-9456. But, if you've got an existing policy and you want us to price shop and to see if we can get you lower pricing, or, possibly add coverage to that, yeah, just give us a call. We can help you out there. Also, if you are looking for brand new coverage or just want information to see what you might qualify for or what would be good for you, then just reach out to us as well there too. But we really look forward to getting you the most amount of coverage for the least amount of money. We are going to be blessed to help you with this when that day does come. Until that day, though, you stay safe, you take care, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.